We're coming to you from Bahraich. Remember, this is the village which has been in news for all the wrong reasons for weeks together right now. Wolves have been attacking the people here, then compelling the authorities to arrive at the conclusion that they have turned man-eaters, because it's not one, it's not two, it's been several attacks. There have been several attacks. Children are the victims of these wolves. They're vulnerable, and wolves find them easy prey. I'm coming to you from Bahraich right now. This village, like I said, which has been in news for the wrong reasons, not just in India, but outside of India also, given that world over there are concerns over wolves attacking animals and how this has turned into a major animal-human conflict. Right behind me, the fields of Bahraich. These are the sugarcane fields from where the wolves essentially are known to hide. Operation Bhedia is also on of the UP administration and the Forest Department, wherein they're making an effort to catch these wolves. There's been a fair amount of success, but the sad bit is that the attacks here continue and villagers continue to live in fear. They are terrorized. They don't know what to do. They're sitting on vigil all night. They're not sleeping. That is the status here. That is the condition here. Now, families who've in fact who've lost their loved ones rather, have got some amount of compensation from the government. But they still do not feel safe. Sleepless nights, terror, trauma, anger against the administration is the story of Bahraich today. We're getting you all the details on that big story up ahead on the show. I'm Sneha Mordani. Our top report first on various theories that have been doing the rounds and why suddenly so many wolves who've lived here for years together, for hundreds of years together, have suddenly turned into man-eaters. What's really driving them? One theory is that there is a revenge angle to it. What exactly is that? Samarth explores in this report.
In the dead of the night, UP's man-eater wolves venture out from the shadows of the forest. Prowling through the villages of Bahraich, hunting for their next victim. The wolf menace has left several families devastated in Bahraich. But what has led to the pack wolves to enter human territory? Experts have warned of revenge killing.
कई बार प्रतिशोधात्मक भी होता है उनकी तरफ से कि यदि आदमी ने उनके साथ दुर्व्यवहार किया है या उनके बच्चों को मार दिया है तो वो कोशिश करते हैं, कई बार जो है रिटेलिएट करते हैं. अदरवाइज बहुत ही जेंटल और डोसाइल किस्म का जो है शर्मिला किस्म का जानवर होता.
Wolves are unlikely to enter human settlements unless their habitat is encroached upon.
एक चीज ये है कि जैसे उनका हैबिटेट का लॉस जो सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर होता, मान लिया वो अपने हैबिटेट तक नहीं आ रहा. जैसे आपका क्षेत्र जो है हमेशा ये डूब क्षेत्र रहा और वो डूब क्षेत्र के आसपास ही जो ऊंचे स्थल होते हैं उनमें रहते हैं. जैसे आपके तराई के जो क्षेत्र हैं इनमें इनकी संख्या देखी गई है और उनमें मान लिया पानी भर जाए, वैसी दशा में उनको वापस जाना पड़ता है, बार बार लौट के आते हैं. उसमें कई बार चांस इनकाउंटर हो जाता है. कई बार जानवरों का उनका कोई नियत नहीं होती कि हमें मारना है, लेकिन चांस इनकाउंटर होने से वो मतलब जो है एक बार जैसे उनको लगा कि ये इजी प्रे है तो इजी प्रे के कारण जो है फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम हो सकता है कि वो चांस ले ले.
UP government's Operation Bhedia has led to the capture of 4 wolves, but more and more are still on the prowl, hunting and haunting. Villagers have been asked to take safety into their own hands.
जो लोगों से आग्रह करना चाहूँगा कि वो मतलब अपने दरवाजे जो हैं बंद रखे, यदि नहीं रखे तो कम से कम पहरेदारी कर लें. और यदि बहुत अपरिहार्य स्थिति उत्पन्न होती है वैसे केस में बच्चों को अपने साथ बांध के रखें, सोते टाइम उनको अकेले न छोड़ें.
But are the ropes, bricks and walls enough to keep the predatory wolves at bay? Villagers shudder as the sun sets over Bahraich, praying and hoping there is no intruder at their door in the dead of the night. With Samarth Shivasta, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, and it's not just Bahraich. In fact, in many other parts of Uttar Pradesh, particularly the Indo-Gangetic plains that have been vulnerable for these attacks for years together. Not now, but for many, many years together. There have been previous attacks as well in nearby areas. Let's get you up to speed with the timeline of the attack starting January 2023, where in Sultanpur, there was an attack where an 18-month-old child was killed by a wild wolf in the Chak Musi village. In the month of March 2020, in Lakhimpur Kheri, 21 villagers were attacked by a pack. Remember, they hunt in packs by wild wolves. Again, in January 2019, in Alipur, a girl dragged away by a wolf. Only the skull of the child was recovered. Something similar has happened here as well. In the month of December 2018 in Sambhal, where a boy dragged away by a pack of wild wolves, again, only the body was recovered. So it's been a pattern here. But this time around, what's different is that for weeks together, there have been just so many attacks, and it's confined in Bahraich. And that really is the big concern. You know, I spoke earlier with the family members of a 2-year-old baby, 2-year-old Pratibha, was killed by wolves. A body was found in the fields just like this, right? Like the one behind right me. The father and the mother talk about the fact that the baby was taken away right in front of them. They've got the compensation right now, but they're worried. They're worried because the wolf keeps coming back to them, coming back to the house, and the forest department has not done anything to protect them vis-a-vis setting up a cage, setting up a trap right there. That's their grievance. Listen in. This is the place of 2-year-old Pratibha, who was killed on the 27th of August by a wolf, taken away from the fields right from this particular spot, where the family was at about 2 or 3 in the morning is what they tell us. The wolf came exactly from this route where I am right now and dragged the child away. Just give you a sense of what the parents here are saying. These are the parents of Pratibha, the baby who was killed by the wolf. And just right here is what the parents are telling us. The wolf every single day, even after the attack, chooses this spot. This spot, takes this particular route is what they're telling us, and is seen here in the wee hours of the morning. Now, they have 2 children. One was been killed by the wolf, and the second one they've sent away to their parents' house so that there is no second attack. The family members and the parents of the baby are distressed. ये बताइए राकेश जी, उस रात क्या हुआ? आपने कहा बच्चे को सवेरे ही उठा लिया था, बहुत ही सवेरे था, 2 या 3 बजे का समय था।
जी वही 3:10 का समय था। मेरी बेटी ने पानी मांगा तो इसने घर से लेके आया, वहाँ पे बैठाल दिया, फिर नल ढारने लगी, उतनी देर में दबोच के ले गया भेड़िया। फिर तुरंत हमको आवाज़ मिली, इसने चिल्लाई, मैं तुरंत दौड़ा तो ये इस जगह पे दिखी, हमको पानी में जाता हुआ दिखा। फिर मैं दौड़ा तुरंत, लेकिन वो खुद सीधे भगा। तो फिर मैंने घर पे आया, टार्च लेके और डंडे लेके दौड़ा, तो सीधे नहीं गया, वो भाग गया था दक्षिण की तरफ पे। तो मैंने बहुत प्रयास किया लेकिन नहीं मिला। फिर सुबह वही जब मैंने पुलिस को फ़ोन की, जंगल विभाग को फ़ोन किया, तो आए सब लोग। फिर उसके बाद में सुबह 6:30 बजे टाइम पे 1 किलोमीटर दूरी पे गन्ने में लाश मिली थी बेटी की। फिर वो जानवर भी दिखा, वो भागता हुआ भेड़िया भी दिखा, लेकिन उसको कोई पकड़ने के लिए प्रयास नहीं किया गया अभी।
वो भेड़िया आप मानते हैं कि अभी तक उसको पकड़ा नहीं?
वो भेड़िया भी नहीं पकड़ा गया, वो नहीं पकड़ा गया। जो पकड़े गए तो वो जो शिकार नहीं करते वही पकड़े गए हैं, जो शिकार करते वो नहीं पकड़े अभी।
आप कहाँ थी जब ये हुआ? आप सो रहे थे, बच्चा भी सो रहा था?
जी सो नहीं रहे थे जी, पानी लेने गए थे। बच्चा पानी मांगी से रहा तो लेके आ रहा, बाहर बैठा दिया रहा, पानी ले गए, तैसे पता नहीं कहाँ बैठा, उठा ले।
राकेश जी, आप मुझे ये भी बता रहे थे कि भेड़िया जो है वही भेड़िया यहाँ पर देखा जाता है?
हाँ, वही भेड़िया आता है यहाँ पे, रोज का रोज आता है।
तो आपने फॉरेस्ट ऑफिशियल्स को बोला नहीं कि भेड़िया यहाँ पर देखा जाता है?
मैंने बहुत बार बोला है, मैंने पेपर पे लिख के भी उनको एप्लीकेशन भी दिया हूँ। वहाँ औराही में रहते हैं टीम बना के, मैंने वहाँ दिन में जाके मैंने हाथ जोड़ के विनती भी की, वहाँ सर मेरे यहाँ जाल लगवा दो कि किस तरह भेड़िया है यहाँ पे फंस जाए, हम लोग उसको आपको खबर करते हैं, उसमें फंसा लेंगे। लेकिन यहाँ पे कोई जाल वाल व्यवस्था नहीं की जा रही है। यहाँ पे एक गुड़कसिया जाल आती है, उसको भी नहीं लगाते हैं, ना अपना कोई वस जाल लगाते हैं यहाँ पे।
आपका एक बेटा भी है कजरी, आपका एक बेटा भी है, कहाँ गया वो बेटा?
वो ननिहाल नानी के यहाँ, जब
डर से आपने बेच दिया? वो भी छोटा सा है?
वो 4 साल।
अच्छा,
उसको ननिहाल में छोड़ दिया डर के लिए। क्या हम के
डर बना हुआ है यहाँ पर, आप कह रहे हैं हर रात वो भी भेड़िया यहाँ देखा जाता
हर रात में आता है, दिन में भी देखते हैं।
तो आप बोलते नहीं है कि फॉरेस्ट ऑफिशियल्स को कि वो भेड़िया यहाँ देखा जाता है तो यहाँ जाल क्यों नहीं लगाया?
कहते हैं लेकिन बस यही बोलते हैं कि आज शाम को लगवा देंगे, लेकिन लगवाते नहीं यहाँ पे। मैंने 2-3 बार गन्ने में मैंने गेसा हाँ, कम से कम 200-500 आदमी मिलकर गेसा हूँ, फोन किया लेकिन उसने नहीं आया जाल वाले लेके कभी। अभी कल देखा था 3 बजे के टाइम पे गन्ने में गेसा था, फोन किया कल भी नहीं आए थे।
The Forest Department claims they're doing what they can to help the people, but if you simply listen to the victim's father here, it's clear that that aspect has been completely ignored. The compensation taken care of, but the fear, the terror is very much alive. Now, the fact of the matter is that they have a second child. They've sent the child away to another village. That is the kind of terror that has struck them. Also, schools here, many of them have been seeing very low attendance of children. In fact, the teacher that I spoke with of a government's primary school told me earlier that there was a time when the children had actually stopped coming to school. The teachers had to go out of the way to ensure that the children come back to the school. Listen in to what he said. Schools like this one, primary schools catering to young children, have seen a huge dip in attendance. Now, teachers here tell us that there was a time a couple of days ago that children had actually even stopped coming to school altogether. But the teachers had to intervene. Some of them have said that we even went home to the houses of these children to pick them up and ask their parents to come and pick them back from school to ensure that there is an increase in attendance of children attending school. Such is the fear, such is the terror of wolves in this particular area. पांडे जी, ये बताइए, तो आप टीचर हैं स्कूल के। पिछले कुछ दिनों में बच्चे नहीं आ रहे स्कूल में, ये भी आप लोग बता रहे थे। क्यों नहीं आ रहे थे, क्या कह रहे थे, भेड़िए का कितना डर बना है?
हाँ, यहाँ पे मैम भेड़िए का डर बना है और बच्चे और उनके अभिभावक दहशत में हैं। इसलिए बच्चों को वो लोग स्कूल भेजना बंद किए थे बीच में, लेकिन चूंकि हम लोगों की जिम्मेदारी बहुत ज़्यादा है और ये प्रशासन की, शासन की भी मंशा है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग घर घर जाके संपर्क करते हैं और बच्चों को लाते हैं और उनके अभिभावकों से कहते हैं कि आप लोग बच्चों को छोड़िए लाके स्कूल, और जब स्कूल की छुट्टी हो 2 बजे तो बच्चों को आप सुरक्षित ले भी जाइए। और जिनके अभिभावक नहीं आ पाते हैं लेने के लिए छुट्टी के टाइम में, जो गाँव दूर हैं, तो वहाँ हम लोग खुद बच्चों को ले जाते हैं, छोड़ते हैं और सुबह में जो बच्चे नहीं आए रहते हैं उनके घर जाके बच्चों को लाते भी हैं।
लेकिन ऐसा समय भी हुआ था कि बच्चे स्कूल आना बंद कर दिए थे।
हाँ, एक समय बीच में आया था कि बच्चे स्कूल आना बंद कर दिए थे, ये बड़ी चुनौती थी। तो इस पे जो है कार्य किया गया, मीटिंग्स में भी हमारे खंड शिक्षा अधिकारी महोदय द्वारा भी हम लोगों को ये निर्देश दिए गए कि आप लोग घर घर संपर्क करिए, बच्चों से, उनके अभिभावक से मिलिए और ये चुनौती है, चुनौती को स्वीकार करिए, इसमें हमारा पठन पाठन प्रभावित नहीं होना चाहिए।
All right, so that's a new challenge that the teachers are facing now in many of these areas. Also, among the various theories that have been put together for why these wolves are attacking now and why they suddenly become so aggressive is a theory about continuous displacement. Displacement from the natural habitat. And these wolves are feeling stressed about being displaced from the natural habitat. One of the reasons is because of the swelling of the Ghagra river that runs through this entire stretch. It's their natural habitat where they get water and prey easily. Once they're displaced from there, they do not know what to do. And when they are stressed, the attacks continue. Take a look at this report. Well, I'm at the banks of the Ghagra river, just about 50 kilometers away from Bahraich, where wolves have terrorized not 1 or 2, but round about 30 villages. Wildlife experts and also the forest officers here believe that floods over a period of time involving the Ghagra river have actually altered the natural habitats of wolves, who usually live along the banks, live along in these areas surrounding the river. The reason is because there's easy access to water and prey whenever they're close to the river. Altering of natural habitats because of floods is what is leading to disruption in their normal lives, as far as the wolves are concerned. Experts also believe that because of this, there is heightened stress, and that's one of the reasons why wolves being displaced and stressed could be attacking animals.
why these wolves became man-eaters. To find the truth, we are India Today TV is on the ground to find the ground reality, and we are near and at the most dangerous place of Bahraich, where there is 190% possibility of man-eater wolves to be present, and we are moving to the habitat place of those wolves to find out what actually happened to the wolves or their habitat that they began attacking the animals, because they were here for years but never attacked the humans. Then what led these wolves to attack the humans and make their prey? Come with me and find the truth on India Today TV. To find the truth why the wolves became man-eaters, we have reached at the ground zero where their habitual place is, the most dangerous place of Bahraich right now, because this is the place from where the wolves started hunting down the humans. And the place, you can clearly see how difficult it is for us to stand here. Even there are different insects, dangerous insects in a way biting our legs, but we are here on the ground to show you the ground reality. You can clearly see a sugarcane, proper lush green area where there is hardly, very difficult to move around at one place to another, but the habitual place is right next to me, and the next visual cameraman Neeraj will show you from here will be the place where those man-eater wolves were present, used to stay. And this was this is the place which is currently destroyed with the flood water. As you can clearly see, this stick is going deeper inside. That clearly tells the story how badly their home place is collapsed, damaged, and due to flood water especially. And that's why that could be one reason why the wolves became irritated and started hunting down the animals, attacking the humans. So that's a bigger thing. Another logic here comes that with this flow of water, there could be a scene where the children of those wolves would have been killed or severely injured with this water. That could also another reason why the wolves are taking revenge from the farmers, from the villagers, especially their kids, targeting them from this place, because they have no place to stay now with this place completely damaged. Now they are moving to the villages, attacking the human. आप लोगों ने यहाँ पर क्या कुछ देखा है पहले?
सर मैंने देखा जब गन्ने में सिंचाई कर रहे थे, जब पानी इस खेत में हम लोग डाले तो इनके घर में पानी चला गया, फिर उसमें से बहुत सारे बच्चे निकल कर भागे, हम लोग सारे लोग देखे मिले।
आपने भागते हुए देखा?
जी सर।
खेत में खेलते देखा है, इतने तो छोटे छोटे बच्चे चौगड़ा कितने इसमें से निकले और खेतों में मतलब पानी भर गया इनके घर में, तो ऐसे ऐसे पूरे खेत में कूदने लगे। हाँ मतलब छोटे छोटे देखे थे।
लोगों पर हमला नहीं करते?
नहीं वो छोटे से थे, छोटे छोटे बच्चे। उनके मतलब जो बड़े वाले थे वो थे नहीं इसमें, छोटे छोटे पानी जब भरा तब निकले इसमें से और खेत में मतलब ऐसे ऐसे कूदने लगे पूरे खेत में। इतना गन्ना था छोटा सा तब की बात।
उसके बाद फिर क्या हुआ?
अब इसके बाद ये मतलब पानी खत्म होगा फिर रहने लगे। मतलब 4 दिन बाद जब देखे तो इसको फिर साफ किए थे, मतलब ये भाट को, मतलब फिर मिट्टी उट्टी निकाले फिर रहने लगे थे।
वन विभाग के मुताबिक आपको बता दूं मैं कि अगर उनके साथ कुछ ऐसी घटना हो जाए तब वो अटैकिंग हो जाते हैं यूजुअली।
जी
कुछ आप लोग की नॉलेज में ऐसा कुछ है?
नहीं नॉलेज में नहीं है,
आपके गांव में नहीं है? The bigger point is what the forest department is going to do to capture or kill those wolves is going to be worth seeing. But this place clearly tells the ordeal also of those wolves, because home is the place where we stay, and if home is taken from us, there is a sense of irritation, anger, and also revenge. With cameraman Neeraj Kumar and Rambaran Samad Srivastava for India Today.